Yo, 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 what's up, fam? It's your boy Ray with another vlog of the day. Hopefully, you're having a phenomenal, fantastic day. And if not, guess what? You clicked on the right video because I'm sending you some positive vibes your way. Hopefully, your day and your entire week turns around. Sorry, I just realized I was just eating a little bit of Taco Bell. Yeah, it's fast food, whatever. It's not good for health. But I've been working out so hard. I've been working on my diet and everything that I deserve a cheat meal like Taco Bell. So I apologize if I spit any beans on your face. Anyways, today's been crazy, man. Not even just today. This whole week has been just insane. Whole week insane. Monday, Tuesday, I was just insanely sick. Basically, the last 2 days. Today's Thursday, September 10th. At the moment of this recording, or today's Wednesday actually. Yeah, it's when tomorrow's Thursday. See, I'm like all over the place. Yet the last 2 days, I have been horribly sick. I think I had the flu, which has been going around because I was doing nothing but just throwing up in the bathroom. Just oh man, like it was crazy. I could barely remember anything. But on top of that, just all these crazy things. I'm so thankful for my career, my job in IT, that they were just like, yeah, you have, sick days or PTO time. So go ahead and, take the time that you need off. You're good, and I appreciate them so much, man. They looked out for me. I felt so bad for my guys. You know how you feel bad for your people at work that, they just like, once you have a time off, they're going to be the ones carrying, most of the load or the load that you're supposed to be carrying. So shout out to them, man. They looked out for me, and the whole team looked out for me. So I appreciate that. It's good to have a good team at work, right? It's not good whenever your team, you can't communicate, you can't conversate. I don't know if you're in that situation at work where your environment is just like not that great. Definitely, look for something else, and find something better, not that you feel comfortable in, right? But the main reason this week has been kind of tough is uh, we just had some crazy news with my mom. Nothing too crazy, nothing bad. She's good. She's in great health. It's more of like in the neighborhood that she lives in, they ended up shutting down her building. And they said that the building has been shut down because the city deems it as unsafe, which is crazy because I kind of like knew that about her building, but her apartment, she treats it so well and she cleans it up and she makes sure that it's in such great shape that you can't even tell when you walk inside her apartment that you're in that same neighborhood, right? Of course, she lives in a neighborhood that has, a good rent, low, cheaper rent. And of course, with a lower rent, you're going to have some people there that, you might not, you know, be buddy buddy with. But for her, it's perfect for her, for her finance, her house. She keeps it beautiful and clean, perfect with all up to date technology. Love it. But the building ended up shutting down because of some issue that they were having in the city. It was all over the news. The only way I found out about this is because Katie's mom, my girlfriend's mom, called her and said, "Yo, it's on the news that that neighborhood has a building that's being shut down and people are left without a place to stay." Well, I instantly rushed over to the neighborhood because my mom was in Germany at the moment. Yeah, Germany. My sister and her husband, they live in a base camp for the U.S. Air Force, and in that camp, it's like the base, where all families live and stuff like that. My mom ended up flying over there because my sister bought it for her birthday. Her birthday was September 2nd, so she left before the end of August. And this news came out like September 4th, sometime last week, where she wasn't here. So she never got the notice. I got the notice because her mom called me because it was on the news. So I ended up rushing over there and just like, just snuck in, popped open the door because I had her keys, and I noticed all her stuff was still there. Great, yo, all her stuff is there. I talked to the front office, and apparently they're placing some of the people into the hotels that are at the front. But yeah, that like all her stuff is not going to be touched, but the building's going to be repaired, but nobody's allowed to go into the building, which is like crazy to me. It's nuts to me. I don't understand how the city could do that, just displace a bunch of people, but luckily everybody's staying in a room that they that they got given to at the front of the office. Um, and hopefully she gets one. She just got back today from Germany, so she's staying here with me. That's why I'm kind of talking a little bit quiet. She's sleeping right now because she's got to wake up at like 4 or 5 in the morning to go to work. Bless her soul, man. She works so hard. That's how I get that attitude from. So if you find yourself in like some crazy situation, some tight situation, don't worry. There is an outcome. There's a positive light at the end of the tunnel. It's almost there. You just have to keep going and stay focused, all right? You got this. Stay positive. I'll tell you guys more about the story later down the road, but for tonight, I'm going to cut it short just so that way everybody can get some sleep. You already know, guys. Stay cool, stay true, and be you. Peace.